Here, project now. Project, just say something. If you can, so they can. Alright. Yep. After a very quick lap. But, yeah. Crossed Tommy actually down in 8th place. So he's not where he wants to be. He would really want to be in 3rd in the top 3. Because that's where he's been pretty much all season. As Brecker's doing a lap at the moment, as there's a Red Bull distracting him. I think that was, yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He's definitely distracted the Ferrari. So let's see what the Ferrari can do going into the short chicane. Takes a little bit of a wider line than you can. As for the Red Bull is
Hello. Hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me again. But we've got Joey T Games leading, Troy following him just behind. We're just having a problem with the comms at the moment. Hopefully we'll get this problem sorted soon.
Alright, can you hear me?
Yeah, you back there?
Oh yeah, I just had to like literally mute myself and then unmute myself.
Right. We're back now, yeah?
Yeah, hopefully Jack can hear us now.
Yep, just been told that they can hear us now. We're all good.
Alright, as 8,000 RPM is putting a move on the Williams as it goes down the inside and it's a clean move. Wow, who would have thought?
Should do, innit?
Yep. Joey is pulling away as I think it is drying up now. It was a lot wetter before. So yeah, as we do have Troy A on 16% ERS, which isn't a lot, and Joey on almost 70%. So Joey is saving that ERS for the dry conditions if it does turn dry, which it does look like it at the moment.
Hard to make a move in the wet.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of what's it called, collision. Oh yeah, yellow flag hit around here. I think once it dries up, I think a lot of people are going to be pitting and the pit lane will be mayhem. I think there'll be some double stacks maybe.
Yeah, and we were saying about penalties as well. We've already got quite a few penalties, so I was wondering about that one.
As we have the two cars at the back and then a couple in the midfield too. So Yeah.
There's any immediate overtakes.
Yep. As Joey is pulling away now, he's already 1/10.5 up on Troye.
Danto sticking for UNF1.
Yep.
Trying to make the move.
Yeah. As he is very close up. As Logan is getting very close to It's Me MLG.
A few battles at the back of the grid.
Yep. As we're gonna go down the second straight, as he just take a bit of a worse exit than It's Me MLG, and Hella High takes another 3-second time penalty. As Chris Bishamalo is gonna try and size up a move on Troye because he's very close up now. As he's under 10% ERS, that's not what you want. As he has underfueled his car at the start of the race, so he's gonna go and try to go long.
I have to say, Fritchie's had a great start with 10 positions. He's up 10 positions now.
Yeah. As chat couldn't hear me, I was talking about that earlier on in the race, as he has caught up to the Red Bull now. So yeah, he's having Carboy has set Carboy has set the fastest lap of the race, so he's catching the cars ahead. As we are in some tricky conditions at the moment, as I think Chris Bishamar is going to try and size up a overtake on the straight. Let's see what he can do with this low fuel, so he should be fast on the straight. As he's going to use a lot of his overtake. As he's under 10%, he's going to be low on power now, so is Troye. As he's not going to be able to, he's not close enough to send a move down the inside. As I think he's going to try again. Pardon?
I'm surprised he's underfueled his car.
Yeah, it was a very bold decision. As I think a lot of drivers would overfuel their car to maybe get a bit more traction in the wet.
That seems to be working for him at the moment.
Yep. Joey is very high on ERS, so he's definitely saving that for later on in the race. As we have Logan Reed very close behind the Williams, are almost sending it down the inside there, but it's not going to work around these tricky conditions at the moment. As we have the Alpha Tauri running wide, I think. But yeah. Some fighting going on here. I think Paula may have made a mistake. But Paula's had a good start too, up 3 positions on the first lap. And holding position at the moment. Right. As is he going to send it down the inside? The Williams knows he's backed off before sending it down the inside on the Alfa Romeo. So it's getting very close now between these guys. It's 8,000 RPM is coming back now.
Yeah, not the best start.
You know, after being hit off the track on the first lap.
Yeah,
yeah, as I said, he's probably going to get his 10 seconds removed due to that crash. Because he apparently cut the corner, as the Renault has got a 3-second time penalty. As a lot of the field has got penalties so far. So Logan is in a very good spot at the moment. He has a lot more ERS than the driver's head, as Paula Frost is saving ERS too, but the Williams is pretty low. As Troye is pitted. Troye is pitted for a new set of tyres.
Bold.
Very bold move. I want to see if he wants to try and move up a lot of positions. I think he's going to try and move up positions and try and like, yeah. As he has gone down to 9th now, so he's in some traffic, which I'm sure wasn't meant to happen. So he's going to have to deal with these guys first. As Frecker, we didn't catch on to that, he's now 7th. Or as we go on to him cutting a corner, which I'm sure he didn't want. But yeah. So we're going to do a quick rundown of the order. Joey in P1, Chris Marlowe in P2, Cross Tommy in P3, Cartboy P4, Not Sir Vapor P5, the Red Bull, I don't know how to say your name, so I'm just going to call you the Red Bull in P6, Fresher in 7th, Broom Handle in 8th, and Troy in 9th, who's sizing up a move. So they switch places now, and I think he's in net P2 at the moment. As the Faro of MFC Don in 10th, Hella High in 11th, Santo P12, Paulo P13, 8000 RPM in P14. As the Ferrari has actually crashed somewhere, I think. So is that going to bring out? Is that going to bring out a virtual safety car? So
out UNF.
Virtual, yeah.
I did see how bad that was.
Yeah. As some drivers are going to be pitting, but for those up ahead, as Fresher gets a 5-second penalty for speeding.
The drivers diving in the pits now. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's fine. The top 4 not being able to pit under that virtual safety car because they were past the pit lane. So unlucky for those guys.
Let's see if that affects their race.
Yep. As Fresher has had a very bad, has had the pit lane glitch where he's been held in the pits and he's been overtaken by a couple of the drivers. Paulo Frost is now in 8th position from P16. He's got 100% ERS, which is mad.
So Not Too Vapor has also got 100%, which is surprising.
Yeah.
To be fair, in the wet, a lot of the time it's better. You're usually faster when you don't use your ERS.
Yep, and the 2 drivers at the back are fighting for position as the Haas has been overtaken by Santa. 8000 RPM, close to Paulo Frost using all of his ERS. As Paulo Frost has used a bit of his ERS, I think, to defend. So,
looking at the way it stands now, how do you think this is finishing?
I think it could be finishing how it is at the moment because, as you can see, there's no raindrops. So the people who have pitted have wasted a pit stop. So there's no raindrops at the moment, and the Red Bull's pitting again. I don't know why. Yeah. Paulo Frost has been overtaken by 8000 RPM, but I'm sure that he doesn't really mind because he's in the points, and that's what he's always wanting. Let's see if we can keep that consistency of point finishes. As the 2 lap markers of the race have switched due to a pit stop. So, yeah. Main battle at the moment is 9th and 10th, so, yeah. Paulo Frost is going to be dropping down sometimes now due to those worn tyres, as the drivers behind him have brand new tyres using all their ERS, As the Williams is going to slice up and move down the inside. As they bang wheels and he spun. The Williams has spun. And I'm sure that was intentional because he did run a little bit wide into Paulo's car. Paulo gave him enough space.
Doesn't look like he's picked up any damage.
Yep, I think his car's fine, but the McLaren has sent it up the inside in wet conditions through that corner, which traction is awful around there in the wet. So that was a brave and bold move by the McLaren. As Paulo's going to be dropping on those old tyres as the Renault's got sent it down the inside. As traction is going to be very hard now for Paulo on those bad tyres, as pressure has sent it. As Paulo's going to be pitting, I think, for new tyres, because I don't think he can hang on to them much longer. So Joey in the lead, leading by 3 seconds, and then Cross Tommy 1 second behind Chris Bechamalo. As it's a battle, no, it's just people pissing. But as Paulo's actually Paulo's coming out on medium tyres. So let's see if it's actually medium conditions. If so, then he is going to gain a lot of places. Oh no, he's losing the back end at the moment. As the Mercedes has gone on to another set of inters. As I think it is a bit of both conditions at the moment. But silencer, I do think it is intermediate weather at the moment, but by the end of the lap I think it will be medium tyres. As Cross Tommy and Bishamalo are pitting, everyone's pitting for dry tyres now, so I think Paulo has made the right call. As Silencer is losing a bit of pace, I think, due to him pitting onto the wrong set of tyres. DRS is now being enabled, so it is definitely dry tyres. So Joey goes on to the hards, could go to the end of the race. I think the cars behind him, they are going to try and save the tyres. Chris Bishamano is going to lose a lot of time in P1 because he's still on those old intermediates that he's had since the first lap. So let's see how much Joey can catch up to Chris Bishamalo. Yeah, it is definitely a bit of mixed conditions, but I think the dries are now the right tyre to use.
Oh yeah, and he's gone. Chris is gone.
Yep. I do think it is dry tyres now, as I think Paulo's gonna just miss out on those ahead. I think he might gain a couple of positions now. Going at the pit lane, he's going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4 into P10. So if Paulo can get a P10 in this race, he's kept his point streak up. Yeah, puncher for Chris, we know. Unlucky for... Yeah, look, puncture for Chris. Those tyres were not... He tried to go a little 1 lap longer, did not work for him, as he thought it was still a little bit more wet than dry conditions. And Troy has lost a lot of time due to him pitting for a new set of inters. I did say he uses a lot, he pushes a lot on the tyres, doesn't save tyres, so he's missed out on that. As Joey is still in the lead, of course, it's Joey. But, yep, a lot of fighting going on. Yeah, Chris Bishamalo's pitting now on the tyres.
Cross Tommy's on the medium, so he should be faster, but whether he can overtake before his tyres start wearing.
Yeah, I think Joey's going to do what he did in Zandvoort, just go onto hard tyres and go long, in case if there's a safety car now, I think he will stay on these tyres, but there's a safety car later on. He will definitely go on to a new set of tyres. But he's definitely going long and think about the race ahead.
Well, Cross Tommy's having to defend Cartboy now, so that's slowing him down and losing big time.
Yeah, and Cross Tommy is low, very low on ERS, as Cartboy is pretty much near 100%. Destroyer is close up to not so Vapor and P4, so I think there's going to be a battle between those guys on the next lap.
As Fretchy's got himself back into the points.
Yep, as Paulo's dropping down now, as he made the right call to go straight onto the dry tyres. He was the first one and made up a couple of positions. Destroyer sets the fastest lap of the race, so it's definitely drying up now. As Cross Tommy is he's below 10%, he's going to be low on power. As Cartboy is at 205 miles per hour, tries to go around the outside. Is he going to make it? Yes, he is. They go side by side for the chicane, as Cartboy is going to use all of his ERS to try and get past now. As Cross Tom is low on power, and that is Cartboy's position on P2. As Troye and Not So Vapor are fighting now.
We also got a battle between the McLaren and the Williams. Logan and Chris.
Oh yeah,
Now started to pull away a bit though. They were side by side.
Yep. Chris Marlowe is now going to go up the inside. It's going to be a clean move, and that's P7, as I think he's going to try and make a comeback to this race. There's 8,000 RPM, he's up into P6 after that first lap incident, so he's definitely gained a lot of positions. As Cross Tommy is very close behind Cartboy, so I think he's going to try and size up a move, as I think this is going to be a fight for the podium places. Yeah, Troye was very close to going around the outside of Not So Vapor then, but Cross Tommy and Cartboy are going, as Cross Tommy is low on power, so he's not going to be gaining as much on the straights as he wants, but he's going to go down the inside as it goes side by side again through the chicane, as Cross Tommy's actually got it on the exit, but due to power issues, Cartboy is going to keep the position as he just takes it down the inside, takes the race in line. As Troye has now got past Not So Vapor, as they're both very low on ERS, so yeah.
Tommy makes a mistake up ahead, and so he can catch.
Oh yeah. Cross Tommy's going to try and go around the outside, or he's going to try and cut the cut back. He has the ERS and enough ERS to push, but Cartboy still has a lot of ERS. Is he going to try and go down the inside here? As Cartboy is just going to let him pass to have the next ERS zone. As you can see, Cross Tommy's red light flashing because he's below 10% and low on power. So Cross Tommy's putting up a fight for this P2, which he needs for the championship, to see if he can catch up to Troye, who looks like he's going to get P4 in this race, unless there's a late safety car.
I'm actually surprised there hasn't been a safety car yet.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised too.
I could be wrong, but I think there's been a safety car in more or less every race.
Yeah. I think there's been a safety car pretty much all races, but I thought this was going to be a race where there's going to be like 3 safety cars maybe. There hasn't been one. Yeah. That's Cross Tommy. Yeah, Cross Tommy is pulling away a little bit, 5 tenths clear of Cartboy. So I don't know if Cartboy's just trying to save tyres now. As the top 4 don't have any penalties at the moment. So Cartboy's actually out of DRS. He's just got it on this straight, which I think he's gonna just about catch up to him. But Cross Tom is catching up to Joey now, and he's probably gonna try and get the DRS on this next straight to defend from Cartboy.
Carlo won't be too happy dropping down to 30.
Yep. As he wants, we all know Paulo loves the points. I'm sure he really wants 6 points, but he just doesn't have the pace at the moment. And especially how he's on a lap old tyres, that's not going to help him too much either. As none of the top 3 have DRS now, as Cartboy is falling back from Cross Tom here, so I think Cross Tom is going to try and save a bit of DRS maybe now. Nope, he's just going to use it. Great.
Room handle under pressure from the Red Bull.
Yeah. As there's a fight for P9 at the moment, so let's watch this battle. As the Rebel's going to have DRS and doesn't have as much ERS, but they're both going to use their ERS now on the straight. As they switched positions before the brake zone, and the Red Bull is up into P9. So we're just going to stay on board with these two, see if they battle even anymore. As there's a yellow flag in sector 1, as that's a Haas, it's a low Haas. As I think the lap car had to let the people ahead through. So Joey's still in the lead, as I think his tyres are now equal to the medium tyres now, so he's pulling away. So he's made the right strategy call once again, as he's coming up to that Mercedes again.
Looks like everyone's quite spaced out at the moment, and Cartboy hits. Interesting to see. That was a bold move from Cartboy switching to Souls. Looks like he's going past the snap. as Cartboy's trying to gain on Not So Vapor. Pritchard gaining, looking to get himself back into the points. He has. As Logan pits. As we see hella high up into 11th place. Got 8,000 RPM, trying to hold on, trying to keep his grip. Been having problems with comms today, sorry about that guys. Trying to get to the bottom of it at the moment. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Looks like the closest battle at the moment we've got. As Joey holding this position, keeping that pace up.
Yep. Wait, can you hear me? No. As Cartboy on the last lap. As Petro is closing up on the Renault, so he's going to probably size up a move sooner. So, not much battling going on at the moment. As Joe's just carrying the lead and just saving that time. Squash Tommy is going to use up all of his ERS once again. Cartboy isn't catching up to Troye because I think he's got a lap car ahead of him, which is distracting him, but he's got DRS now. As I'm sure Cartboy... What were you going to say?
No, that's... Will he be able to catch Troy? I don't think he will. What?
Yeah. I think that call to go to soft tyres was a bad call. Because Logan read it.
Maybe he didn't want to lose it. Maybe he was starting to lose control. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe those rear tyres were going off on the medium tyres, which wasn't the best tyre to start on.
It's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah. As Fisher is making a move. Is he going to try down the inside? No reason. As Chris Marlowe has pitted it as well. I think his tyres were going to. So he hasn't had the greatest race of all time.
Oh, and Chris
As
makes a
he's,
move on Fripley.
yeah, I don't think Fisher is gonna want to fight that. So I think he's gonna try and get Chris Marlowe to make the Renault into a mistake.
2 overtakes in 2 corners. That's great. Great to see.
He's moving up the field very quickly, but he didn't look after his tyres enough, so he's going to lose a couple of points.
At least he's back in the points, though. That's the good thing, I guess.
Yeah.
What? Let's see what.
I mean, Fricker has had a very good race from last place. But I think if he had a good qualifying position, I think he could have maybe been P6.
Yeah, I bet. Well, 8,000 RPM must be happy to be back where he is as well.
Yeah. As I think he's going to try and get out of that 10-second gap to the Red Bull behind, just so it doesn't really matter if it gets removed, it's 10-second penalty. As Fisher, we were looking at these two for a couple of laps, but they never overtook each other, but they finally have. So the Ferrari's in P9, as I think the Renault's going to try and size up a move down the straight, because he's got a lot more ERS, and he's got DRS. It's going to be an easy move for him. Not much battling going on except from these two. So let's see, is Fisher's going to go down the inside. Oh, a little bit of a corner cut there. But he's still in P10. I'm sure Fisher is going to be annoyed. He wants his P10 or almost loses his car. Loses the car there. I think that's P10 solidified for him maybe. Unless he can do something mad.
Looks like he's going to try push for it.
Yep. He's going to try and push. Yep, low on power now due to his ERS below 10%. A lot of drivers using their ERS early on. Bit wide through that corner. Oh. Yeah, it wasn't a corner cut. Let's forget that.
I think even if Frecci overtakes, he's still going to lose out on penalties.
Yeah, I think penalties are going to be caught up in this battle here. So I think he's going to try and push this overtake now, but I don't think he's going to have the position, as the Renault just has a lot more ERS, so his power is a lot higher than Fresher's, as Fresher almost went down to non-ERS. As he does get a better exit than the Renault, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
When Pelo Hyde pushes, he can get himself into the points and overtake Frecci through penalties.
Yeah, so it'll be a double points pairing position for Renault then.
Yeah.
That would be 3 points for the team. As Fresher, I don't think is going to get this position due to the last sector being really hard to overtake. Unless he could send it down the inside on the last corner. See if he does so. He could do. No, he's too far back.
Good to see the top 4 drivers haven't picked up any penalties.
Yeah, clean driving from those drivers, and Joey has won the race. He dominated since qualifying. I think his banker lap was enough for pole, I'm pretty sure, by 2/10. So he definitely had the pace this weekend. And it has been, as Cowboy has got a penalty at the end there. Or it was his error, I don't know. But yeah, Joey won the race from Cross Tommy from Royer, who's about to cross the line here in P3. As Cartboy just didn't have enough time. He just didn't have enough pace to get P3, and he had an extra 3-second penalties.
8,000 RPM has got 21 seconds penalty, which we've seen dropping down.
Yep. He will drop down a bit, but he's going to have about 10 seconds taken away from him. Or should. So he's going to drop down to about, as Fresher at the moment, he's got P9. He did make the move, but he's also got 21 seconds worth of penalties. So I think it's going to be a double points playing position for the Renault.
Good weekend for them, as Hello crosses the line.
Yep. Double points for Red Bull, I noticed. I didn't say it, but...
It was a great drive from Fritchie, that was unlucky, he's dropped down.
Yeah. He was very quick in the wet, but just didn't have the pace in the dry to get that position, that points playing position. As we're going to go to the podium ceremony now, as he gets driver of the day in game, which deserved, I think.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Very good drive. As Jerry wins the race from Cross Tommy to Troy a podium that we're very similar to seeing, those three on the top steps. But congratulations to Joey and the other two boys on the podium.
That's it. Thanks for having me as commentator.
Yeah, and thanks for joining us, guys. And make sure to tune in for tomorrow's Tier 1 race, where me and Project Raw are going to be racing. So we'll see you then, and goodbye.